Alright guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about IO today. So for stats, this is what I'm running. I like running the accuracy for the extra crit. It's not necessarily needed. Some people swear by doing this and adjusting your crit to, have the accuracy this way and for the little bit of extra power. You're splitting hairs at that point. Honestly, either of these, and even if you ran more alacrity, it'd be fine too. I wouldn't go over 2800 alacrity though if you're gonna do that. For regular raids, for just pretty much any raiding, this should stay, this should stay. This is really nice to have. This can be interchangeable. If your healers aren't as strong, then I'd run this. If they are pretty good, you're not really worried about anything, you can do this and go harder in the rotation, and 10% alacrity helps with your dot ticks as well as everything else. However, it can throw off your proc timings, so just be careful with that. Dag and bag is kind of fun, but it doesn't work on bosses. Cultural Surge or Power Shield, whatever works for you. If it's a boss that you could actually reflect on and all that good stuff, I would take this. If not, then get out of jail free card is nice. And I pretty much always have trauma regs. I don't really take that off ever. As for this one, I like running this. This used to be really good, but I think they nerfed it to where it doesn't do the AoE DR anymore. Pretty sure that's just attached to this now. But so just the DR from using Power Shot is really good, but there's not really a lot of different things that you can do. Yeah, that's really it. I only really use Power Surge if I hit my Power Shot too early. I'll hit Power Surge and immediately hit a second Power Shot to proc my mag shot, but that's really it. The biggest things that'll increase your damage is whenever you have seven supercharge stacks and you're at the part of the rotation where you're applying this. I would just thermal det into this, and then that'll put you over to the 10. And the only time that you don't do that is if you have a missile blast proc. Alright, so for clarification on something I was talking about, at this point of the rotation you'll already have your mag shot right there, and so you'll do that part, and I did it too slow, but at 7 stacks you use unload, so you can use your thermal det to get your last 3 stacks. If at that point in time you have more or less, any number other than 7, then you don't use unload. But yeah, so if you have 7 stacks after your die application right here, if that number is anything other than 7, you're not using unload. If it is 7, you're using unload, and then you'll go on and continue. So if you have time to do it before a boss, where you do your regular, stacking up to 10 right here, and from here you can hit your supercharge and charge another 10 stacks, and you'll still have maybe like 4 seconds or something like that. And then you can go into this and you start, and now you're already starting with supercharge on top of the enemy. And then you can go into the rest of your opener and keep going. And then you just renew it right here for a really good opener. You see I'm at 4 right now. Being my missile blast made it go to 6, right? Because it was proc. And right here, another 2. But if I do it without the proc, it doesn't give me anything. So I would have to either rapid shot or power shot to get that last little bit. If you're in the windows where you have to use either a power shot or a rapid shot, and you're scared of overheating, it's okay to use rapid shots. This is probably the only spec where it doesn't really to screw your DPS. It's actually really not a bad filler for this spec. Power shot's more damage for sure, but we're just doing regular opener right here. So mag shot, power shot, mag shot. That's typically the way you want to hit your burst. And right here, how I have 7, I'm applying this, and I have 7 stacks. I don't use anything else because I can just thermal det, blow that up for the final 3 stacks. The only time when you have 7 stacks that you don't use thermal det is if you have a missile blast proc, because then you can missile blast, rapid shot, and then go into it from there and get your 3 stacks into the next set of supercharge. If you mess up your procs, like you skip a global or you miss a global or whatever, and then your power shot, mag shot, power shot is not going well, you'll have to pretty much delay your rotation by pretty much a global or 2, which it'll stop you from being like 34k plus DPS, but it won't really mess you up for like boss fights. You'll do less DPS, but you're not gonna be like under 30k or something crazy like that. Something I forgot to mention is the sub 30 pretty much execute range. So you have this right here that has a 50% chance of giving you your proc missile blast above 30%, but Volatile Warhead right here is on a separate timer. When you're sub 30, it can do this as well. And well, there it is. It's 75% damage increase on missile blast. But both of these timings, if you go into your sub 30 incorrectly, the timers will be on top of each other, and you'll only get 1 proc, versus if you're able to stagger them, you can have this proc for missile blast, hit it, go on with your rotation for like a couple globals, and then this one will proc, and you hit it again, and then this one will proc, and then this one will proc, so on and so forth. But if you don't hit them pretty much as soon as you see them, sub 30, you have a chance of only getting 1 of these because they'll stack on top of each other, which is really unfortunate. You'll lose quite a bit of damage. I think one of my buddies was saying something about each supercharge stack is like pretty much 10k damage. It won't absolutely wreck your parse or wreck your damage that you're doing to whatever enemy, but the difference between like 35k, 34k parses and 32 and 33k is pretty much this and the mag shot, power shot, mag shot. Like being able to have that pretty much in your rotation without messing it up ever. Those are like the differences for the higher parses, along with a lot of RNG, because this 50% thing really sucks, and your supercharged gas crits also greatly feed into like what kind of a parse you're gonna have, because you can have like abysmal regular dot ticks, but if your supercharge is hitting really hard, then it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's all I got. If you have any questions, just type in the comments. I appreciate y'all. Bye.